They put across that the organization of this event has gone very well. You have seen it for yourself, what is going on within this village. I know the expectation is very high. You can see in the activities, and we are now 2 days to the event, and everything has been going on well. So I think as far as the preparation, it is done by Central Rift. It was the decision of the national office, at least Kenya, to give the opportunity to Central Rift, chaired by the director of ADC, Ibrahim, and his team from Central Rift, to ensure that this program goes on well, just like last year or even better. As you have mentioned, we have quite a number of countries that have confirmed the participation. We have about 30 of them, at least, who have confirmed from different countries. I can name just a few from our neighbors. We have Uganda, Ethiopia, Tanzania, Eritrea. Even sometimes also nowadays we have also at least from DRC, some from South Africa and South Sudan. From outside Africa, we have at least from Germany, from Ukraine, from England. We have also from Bahrain, although there are some Kenyans, and of course many other countries also that are confirmed. We have Kazakhstan, Kenyan born at least from Kazakhstan, and a few also who are training locally. We have quite a number of artists also from different nations training here in Kenya, especially 10. They have also confirmed that they are going to participate. Concerning the local athletes, everybody knows that we have the World Cross Country this year in Bathurst, Australia. That will be taking place on the 18th of February. Our athletes have already been selected. That was done in December, and the team now is training in Kikari, Embu. Some of the top athletes that made the team are training now. The executive decided to give the athletes an option. For those who would like to use this competition as part of the training, they are allowed to run. Some of them have already shown the interest to compete. Beatrice Chepet, we have also Geoffrey Kamgoror have confirmed the interest that they would like to compete. But the selection of those Kenyan athletes who are going to compete here is that we picked 50 athletes from each category during the national championship that was done 2 weeks ago in Nairobi, Ruiru. And in the senior men, we took 50 athletes, the top 50. Senior women category, we took also 50. Under 20 men and women, the same. Under 18, we also picked 50 each from the group. And we have about 200 kids athletics. This is an event that involves practically everybody, including also nurturing of talent. So we have also kids athletics that will be taking place that day. And as far as the program, I'm sure that they have told you how it is going to be. We start at 10 o'clock, it ends at 3:40, and then of course presentation, the speeches will be done at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's about the event. And when we talk about now, this event is an international one. It is called the label cross country, 14 in number. Total number is 14 across the globe, and ours has got the highest price structure. And I would read for you the structure of the price. Is the first for the senior men we get, and senior women is $6,000. Number 1, number 2 is $5,000, number 3 is $4,000, number 4 is $3,000, all the way to number 15 being $200 last one. That is senior men and women. The under 20 men and women also starts $1,250 number 1, number 2 is $1,900, $800, until number 8 being $200 the last one. And of course, to give on encouraging the youth under 18, we are giving them also not really the prize money, but they can also use that amount to buy equipment for schools, because we are sure that these athletes are still in school. So we pay them $750, $600, $500, all the way to number 6, $100. So that is how it's going to be, and the price structure is quite good in comparison with other gold level cross country races across the globe. That is how it is, and I'm sure that the people from this region, especially Wasingishu, will come in large numbers to witness one of the national events taking place here. I'm sure that the director here has already explained to you that this event is actually the only one in Africa, which was when they started the Global Continental Tour called Cross Country in Africa, just like the Kipkeino Classic Continental Tour called was held in Nairobi here, was also one of the first ones in Kenya, and we have shown as a country that we are able to organize first-class events, and also the venue, the place, and the excitement from the people is also at a higher level compared to other countries.
We're expecting more.
The LOC, chaired by Ibrahim Hussein, has done a fantastic job. They have already consulted with the security network here in Eldoret to make sure that everything goes on according to plan. Along the coast, the preparation for where the spectators will be watching and cheering the athletes. We have also VVIP areas that they are constructing now to ensure that we have what we call VIP village that will host some of the top leadership and also the local people from this area, that they will be staying in the same place until the event is complete. So I think it is different this year. It is going to be done better than last year, and I'm sure that with the entertainment that we are going to have also, it will really be exciting, because we have local artists also around that will entertain the public. So I think my opinion is we are shooting for 10,000 spectators. But of course, it is you, ladies and gentlemen, that you have to tell the Kenyans what to expect. To pass the information to the public that this is the place to go on the 4th on Saturday, to make sure you enjoy. You come with your family. There's entertainment also for the family. And you have seen also the lake here. It is really fun that when you can bring your family here and make this event one of the spectator events that is it's not only about running, but it is also entertainment. And athletics is entertaining, and we want the Kenyans also to understand that it's not only about competition, but it is a lot of fun also for those who are not competing, and for the families that will come, and encourage also our youth to come and watch, so that they might also develop some interest for the sport.
You said you would add something reverting to the next before last year when it was he was advocating for the end of when we came back to see
not in the list, because he has explained very clearly that when the president of Athletics Kenya applied to host this event, because it has to be sanctioned by the government, because the Kenyan government is the one that is funding it. Athletics Kenya was asked to give a name to this event. What do we call it? So there are several names, including his name also was put there. Paul Tergat was put there. John Gugu was put there. Sirikwa, the region, was put there. But eventually, the Sirikwa name superseded, because it brought every community here. If you look back, even the story, what the AK president was telling us the other day, that during the colonial era, Sirikwa was comprising all the communities around here, from the Nandis, Kipsigis, Kayos, Marakwets, Tukens, Pokots. So it was Sirikwa County Council. So that name was to bring everyone on board. But as a result of what happened to the late Agnes, it was befitting to have a memory of her. And that is why AK president also asked World Athletics to see if they could change, because the name had already been sanctioned, but now, that December, the name was again referred it back to Agnes Tirov Memorial so that we can remember. But then, of course, later on, the name referred it back to regional. But now it depends whether the family can ask the federation to continue with the name, because at that time it was specifically for that moment to remember her. Then, now this year, it was the family to request whether the name could continue, or they wanted to use that name on a different level, either foundation or something else, which they want to use that name in memory of her. The question is, you asked was whether it can continue to fight against the violence against women. Of course, any event that we do, we always talk about the issues that bedevil our sport, and one of them is the women issues, problems they are facing. Not only the women, but other things that also affect athletes in general. So we will continue talking about that. It does not affect in any way the fight against the violence against women. And I think the leadership of the federation has been the pioneers in fighting that issue. So I think it does not affect in any way. But hopefully in the future the family could come back and say, okay, we want the federation to consider making it permanent to use Agnes Tirov's name.
And I think maybe I can add. Maybe I can add what you say.